Hi Scorpio, this is your bonus tarot reading for this month. We'll have 3 separate spreads in this bonus reading. In the first spread, we'll look at what you urgently need to know right now, and it could be about pretty much anything, whatever comes up. Then in the second, the advice spread, we'll see what's recommended for you in that situation. And in the third spread, we'll look at the next good thing that'll happen to you in the near future. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. So here's what you urgently need to know right now, Scorpio. We have Temperance, we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Nine of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups clarified by the Knight of Wands and Death, and we also have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're most likely dealing with a fire sign. All right, Temperance could be a Sagittarius, right? The Fool on the bottom of the deck could be an Aries. We also have this Knight of Wands, a fire sign indicator. We also have the Six of Wands, but don't worry, we have you here as well. We have the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and Death. Death is actually one of your major arcana cards. This whole reading is a bit tricky. I gotta be honest with you, Scorpio. It's a tricky reading. The good news is that I still see you and this person moving forward. I still see that. But it could be tricky from the understanding of how this plays out. For some of you, it could be somebody coming back to you, wanting to get back together with you. For others of you, it could be a new person, and it could also be somebody who is already in your life. Right? Let me explain. Temperance, the first card that came out. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, then Temperance is them. Right? Temperance is a Sagittarius major arcana card, right? And the Knight of Wands could also be a Sagittarius, right? At the same time, Temperance could be a card of healing, right? So for some of you, it's somebody coming back from the past, wanting to heal this with you, wanting to rekindle this with you, wanting to reconcile with you. All right? Temperance is also a card of balance and patience. So for some of you, perhaps this is somebody is already in your life, but for whatever reason, up until now, you guys were unable to move forward, and they had to be patient. You had to be patient. Perhaps this person is busy working. They've got a lot on their plate. They need to finish a project at work, and they've been focusing on that. And for some of you, this person is at a distance from you, right? And you haven't been able to be together. So you have been patient. They've been patient and waiting for them to show up. You know, so those are the scenarios I see. The Fool on the bottom of the deck. The Fool could be an Aries you're dealing with. The Fool for some of you is a card of second chances. The Fool could be interpreted as a card of let's leave what happened in the past and start from a clean slate. The Fool could also be a card of somebody being liberated from something. So perhaps, like I said, for some of you, if this person is busy or if they're away, they're unable to come your way, they will finally be liberated from whatever it is that's holding them back, and they're coming your way. All right. The Fool could also be a card of taking a leap of faith. Right? Perhaps you got a new person lurking in the shadows, being patient, and maybe they're just shy. They've been unable to tell you how they feel, and they're finally taking that risk. They're finally going to shoot their shot with you. So you see, it's a tricky reading. Whatever the case, so here they come. The Six of Wands right next to Temperance is clarified by the Nine of Cups. So the Six of Wands with the Nine of Cups, again, I'm not going to go through all the scenarios. Those 2 cards are applicable to all 3 scenarios, but they're coming your way with those 2 cards. They are. Right? The Six of Wands, by the way, could be interpreted as a card of attention. So you definitely are #1 priority for this person. You definitely have this person's full and undivided attention. They're coming in with the notion to either win you back or win you over. The Nine of Cups, clarifying it, is a card of a wish come true. Right? And at the same time, the Nine of Cups could be some kind of an event. You know, in some tarot decks, in the Nine of Cups, people are standing around and celebrating. In some other tarot decks, in the Nine of Cups, people are sitting around the table, enjoying a meal and also celebrating. Right? So here they come. The Ace of Cups, the next card that came out, is clarified by the Knight of Wands and Death. I clarified that twice because the Knight of Wands, it could be like a bit of a questionable energy. Not necessarily, but the Knight of Wands could be interpreted as a card of somebody who is hot and cold in and out of your life. It could be a card of a player, right? But they're coming in with that, they're clarifying that Ace of Cups, right? For some of you, maybe this person, that's just the way they are. Maybe they're just simply somebody who is very passionate, somebody who is easy to get up and go, right? The Knight of Wands could simply be a fire sign. Maybe this person is a little younger than you. Or maybe they're simply getting all excited to be with you because before they had to be patient and before this they had to wait. Right? Or if this is a reconciliation, they're just super excited to get back together with you. Most importantly, the Ace of Cups is there. The Knight of Wands is a clarifier of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is true, genuine, authentic love. Death, right next to the deck, clarifying the Knight of Wands with the Ace of Cups. Death is your major arcana card, Scorpio. Right? So you're in the mix. You're here. Right? The Death card is your major arcana card. At the same time, Death, if we forget for a second that Death is one of your major arcana cards, perhaps in the past, if you're dealing with somebody from your past, perhaps in the past they were a bit of a player. Maybe they were like a social butterfly, and that card could be symbolizing that they will no longer be that type of a person. Now they're coming in because they want to stay with you, they want to be with you, they're in love with you, and all that good stuff. All right, you know what, Scorpio, let's do an advice spread, just in case, real quick. So here's an advice for you, Scorpio, for the situation we saw in the previous spread. We have the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. The advice for you is to go for it, Scorpio. You see that Ace of Wands? Still a fire sign, right? Ace of Wands is a fire sign indicator, but at the same time, the Ace of Wands is a very passionate ace, the most passionate ace out of all four aces. If you rewind back, you will see that Knight of Wands in the previous spread holding up a wand. So perhaps that's exactly the one we're looking at in the Ace of Wands. Alright? The Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of waiting. So it's kind of similar to the Temperance card in the first spread. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting, but it's not necessarily just sitting on a couch and waiting. It could be putting time, putting effort into something, and then waiting for the results, waiting for the outcome, waiting for the fruits of your labor, right? And most importantly, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, two marriage cards. Not one, but two. Out of four cards on the table, half of them are marriage cards. Half of them are commitment cards. The Ten of Pentacles, as a matter of fact, is also a card of like financial abundance. It's also a card of real estate, but most importantly, it is a card of a rock-solid commitment of marriage. The Four of Wands right next to the deck is often referred to as the 1111 card. To me personally, that card always reminds me of an actual wedding. So you see, I did not even have to clarify anything here, because it's all here. It's all here. Even though all of these are minor arcana cards, I think that's since this is an advice, yeah, take it or leave it, Scorpio. But you definitely have the commitment potential with this individual. All right, let's move on and take a look at the last spread real quick. So here's the next good thing that'll happen to you, Scorpio, that will at least put a smile on your face. So we have the Star, the Ace of Wands, clarified by Temperance. Then we have the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. It's simply a repeat of the previous situation, right? We have cards from both previous spreads here, right? We have the Ace of Wands, we have Temperance, clarifying that. The Sun right next to the deck is a Leo major arcana card. Then the Leo season starts in just a few days. Alright, so I think the Sun is either a Leo you're dealing with, or all of this whole situation will finally unfold during Leo season, right? Or during Leo season, the two of you will be 100% on the same page. During Leo season, the two of you will definitely know that you belong together, you can have it all together and all that good stuff, right? The Star, the first card that came out, by the way, is a wish come true. It could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, but it is a wish come true card. The Ace of Wands, Temperance, we talked about those two cards, right? The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck is the start of a cycle, or maybe taking it to the next level and starting a new cycle on the next level up. And for some of you, the Wheel of Fortune is a restart of a cycle, if you're dealing with somebody from your past. All right, so yeah, we have what, four major arcana cards and the Ace of Wands, and these are fantastic, amazing, awesome major arcana cards. They really are. The Sun, by the way, is also the happiest card in the deck. Okay, so this is the next, this whole situation is the next good thing. This whole reading is the next good thing that'll happen to you, that'll at least put a smile on your face. Alright, Scorpio, that's what I have for you for this reading, for this time period. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing the rest of July.